We are here to discuss some of the important points regarding the reduced syllabus which is given by CBSE for the section 2021-22, and also the question paper design, the blueprint of the question paper which is issued by CBSE for the term 2 examination. And then also we'll tell you something about our book which we have written it for the term 2 exclusive preparation. So good evening all of you. Now just pass on to term 2. This is a combined, the material which we have made for both the examination. Okay, now it's fine. So, as you know that in term 2 we have calculus which has weightage of 18 marks out of 40, and the very first chapter which we cover in calculus for term 2 is integral. Now, as far as integration is concerned, I think there is not much confusion कि हमें क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना. Only we have to delete the portion which involves limit as sum, that is the definite integral portion which involves limit as sum, and the integral of the type linear into root quadratic. Okay, I hope you are getting my point. We have to cover linear upon quadratic or linear upon root quadratic, but we have to delete the problems which involve linear into root quadratic. I hope you are getting my point. Okay, although the under root quadratic in the numerator you have to do, because when you attempt questions on AOI, application of integrals, then while finding areas of ellipse and circles, you need the formula of under root a square minus x square. So this is about integration. I hope you have to cover everything except limit as sum in the definite integral, and this integral which is of the type linear into root quadratic, which is covered there in supplementary exercise and exercise 7.7. So these are the two topics which you have to delete from integral. Okay, then we have the most important chapter, AOI, in which I used to receive so many calls कि sir इसमें क्या छोड़ना है क्या नहीं करना, क्या सर्कल एंड इलिप्स भी करना है या पैराबोला और सर्कल भी करना है, या कौन से क्वेश्चंस करने हैं कौन से क्वेश्चंस नहीं करने हैं. So again I'll make you very clear in this webinar कि what needs to be done in AOI. Okay, as far as AOI is concerned, that's it. So I hope you all can see the screen, and the second chapter under the section of calculus we have application of integrals. This is chapter 8. So it is very clearly mentioned that applications in finding the area under simple curves, especially lines, parabolas, area of circles, ellipse, and in standard form only. So please remember that whenever question comes of finding area, whether it is circle or ellipse, it is in the standard form. Now what do you mean by standard form? Standard form का मतलब ये नहीं होता कि center हमेशा origin ही होगा. We can change the center. I hope you are getting my point. No log x. Okay. Simple curve means the area of circles or ellipse. If it is asked in standard form, the center can be any h comma k with radius r. Standard form means the equation must be in the form x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square equal to r square. This is what we mean by standard form. So what I was saying that as far as area under the curve is concerned, so if the question will be asked of 2 marks, then it will be a ellipse or it will be a parabola in latest rectum, standard. And if the question is of 3 or 4 marks, then you have 2 curves involved. But whenever there are 2 curves, please make sure that one of the curve has to be a line. That means you won't have questions of 2 circles or 2 parabolas or ellipse or parabola or ellipse or circle. You don't have such type of question. That means whenever you are asked to find the area bounded by the 2 curves, then one of the curve has to be a straight line. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. If the question is of 3 marks or 4 marks, then obviously there can be a question of 2 curves involved, the area bounded by 2 curves, but please make sure that one of the curve has to be a straight line. Other curve can be an ellipse, it can be a circle, it can be a parabola also. Okay, and please make sure that in standard form doesn't mean that center is origin. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि हमें सिर्फ इसी टाइप के क्वेश्चन करने हैं where x square plus y square equal to 9 or x square plus y square equal to 32. We can shift the center. That means we may give the question is of the form x minus 1 ka whole square plus y square equal to 2. That means we are shifting the center to 1, 0. So this is covered in standard form because it is clearly mentioned that they can give circles or ellipse in standard form. So we have to be very careful. Although the general form will not be asked, you know that circle and ellipse, they are the conic, and general equation of a conic is something else, and it is very difficult in general equation to deal. So therefore we are going to do only this question. Yes, obviously the lines can be asked. Then the question of finding area of a triangle whose vertices are given, I think this question we need to do. Okay, हमें ये क्वेश्चन करना चाहिए कि where we need to find the area of triangle where the vertices are given to us. Okay, तो हमें छोड़ना क्या है? You have to understand कि what we have to leave actually in this chapter 8. So we can leave the curves such as two circles, finding the area bounded by two circles. We can leave two parabolas. We can leave circle and parabola. We can leave ellipse and parabola, and so on. I hope now this is crystal clear to everyone that in application of integrals we have to be very careful that we have to do. And also there they haven't mentioned the curves such as sin x and cos x, but trust me, the curves sin x and cos x are covered under simple case curve. Okay, so you have to do the curve such as sin x also. Okay, because sin x is a simple curve. Okay, modulus of x is actually can be further bifurcated in terms of line. Suppose he gives you find the area bounded by the curve mod x plus mod y equal to 1. So if you just redefine this function by taking the possibilities such as x and y both are positive, or one of them is positive, or both are negative, then you actually ends up with lines only. So this question is actually of lines only. So whenever there are lines involved, then the questions may come. That means you cannot challenge CBSE. I hope you're getting my point. अब वो नहीं आता question, so that's a separate thing. But if this question is a part of term 2 examination, then you cannot challenge because they have clearly mentioned that application under the simple curve, finding area under the simple curve is a part of your syllabus, and sin x, lines, they are all covered in simple curves portion. Okay, so I hope now this is clear कि हमें AOI में क्या छोड़ना है, because this is one particular topic on which I used to receive so many calls across India and maybe from UAE also. Some of my friends are in UAE also, so they used to ask, or they used to discuss this particular thing with me कि AOI में हमें क्या करना है और क्या नहीं करना. So I hope now this is very clear, because AOI is an important topic. A 3 marker or maybe a case study based question can be asked on application of integral. Okay, so case study based question भी आ सकता है इसके ऊपर AOI से, or there can be a question of 3 marks for sure. So therefore this is an important topic, and this is a scoring topic because obviously when they have deleted the two curves such as two parabolas and two circles, so it becomes slightly easier. Okay, so I hope now till now we have covered integrals, that is chapter 7, and we have covered chapter 8, that is application of integrals. Now coming to the last topic in calculus, which is differential equations. Now differential equations, they have written differential equation mein we have to cover order and degree, yes, general and particular solution, and solution of differential equation by method of separation of, no, formation is deleted. Okay, formation of differential equation is deleted. That means you are not going to ask any question in which you have asked that form the differential equation represented by the family of curves y equals to fx. Fx can be anything. Okay, so such type of questions are deleted. So, but one important thing, when we say method of separation of variables, this includes the method in which we have used reducible to variable separable. I hope you must have done this part also. One is variable separable, in which you can directly separate the variables x along with dx, y along with dy, and then you can integrate and find the solution. Okay, perfect, fine. But there is some questions in which the equation is not directly in variable separable, but you can reduce it to variable separable by some suitable substitution. For example, someone says dy by dx equal to sin x plus y. Okay, I hope you're getting my point. Someone says that solve dy by dx equal to sin x plus y. This can be a 2 marker. ये question आ सकता है 2 mark में कि solve dy by dx equal to sin of x plus y. So this is not directly in the variable separable form. You cannot separate it directly. So you have to use substitution. And I hope everyone knows the substitution, that x plus y is z and then once you do this substitution, the equation again reduced to variable separable, and then you can proceed with the method. So be careful when you cover method of separation of variables. Do cover reducible to variable separable also, because this is a part of separation of variable only. Okay.
Now, subscribe to Bright Duty course at ₹1 per day only. Download Bright Duty app from Play Store and get the online courses prepared by competent and experienced teachers for different education boards of classes 6 to 10. Bright Duty courses are available for the subjects of Math, Science, Social Science, English and Hindi in English and Hindi medium. Bright Duty follows 3-step approach, that is learning, assessment and exam preparation. In learning, topic-wise video lectures with explanation of concepts and discussion of textbook examples and questions are available with the solutions. In assessment, topic-wise online MCQ test, practice assignments and chapter-wise question bank are available with the solutions. In exam preparation, previous year's question papers, sample papers and model test papers are available with the solutions. Sign up today on Bright Tutor and avail your courses at affordable prices.
Then comes to solution of homogeneous differential equation and linear differential equation of first order and first degree. But I'm surprised that CBSE is saying that you have to do only differential equations in homogeneous which are expressible as f of y by x but not x by y. So I hope you all will agree with me. When we are doing the differential equations involving y upon x, then it will take only 5 minutes to just illustrate to our students that it can be in terms of x upon y also. Everything goes parallel, only the variable x and y get interchanged. It is dy by dx equal to f of y by x. The corresponding differential equation will be dx by dy equal to f of x by y. As far as my personal opinion is that this type of deletion is not satisfactory, or it is not justified, because when we are doing this differential equation dy by dx equal to f of y by x, then it is understood that at the same time it will take only 5 minutes to explain the differential equation of the type dx by dy equal to f of x by y. Because when our student goes for higher studies, so there some of them must be able to opt some course in mathematics, and there they might come across with the topic differential equation, and actually it is up to the teacher's wisdom. They have deleted these topics, but we have to think as a teacher, and we have to decide on the spot that whether this particular thing is making sense or not. If we are doing this for more than just for the next 5 minutes, and it will be beneficial for our students, so at least I'm going to do it. And I hope most of the teachers, यहाँ पर भी बहुत सारे teachers ने ये topic करवा दिया होगा, because इसमें कोई नया तो है ही नहीं ना. When we are doing f of y by x, because the method is same, again you have to take y by x equal to z and you have to proceed. So there you will put x by y equal to z and proceed. So the questions are parallel. Okay, I hope you are getting a point. And same with the linear one, because when you are explaining the linear differential equation of the type dy by dx plus py equal to q, where p and q are either constant or function of x alone, so obviously the simultaneous version, that is dx by dy plus px equal to q, should be explained, because the method is same. Only difference is that integrating factor will be e to the power p dy and so on. The solution will be correspondingly, it is the simultaneous thing which you can complete. So it is my personal advice that we can explain this differential equation f of x by y in homogeneous, and dx by dy plus px equal to q, where p and q are either constant or function of y alone, we can explain, because it is actually helping our students. Because when we are completing this topic, so if it takes only 5 to 10 minutes more, then why not? I hope you all will agree with me. और आप लोगों ने करा भी दिया होगा, obviously. Now mostly teachers are on 3-dimensional geometry or maybe on probability. Okay, so yeah, exactly. We are just interchanging the role of x and y. So this is something which we can explain to our student by just taking 1 or 2 examples. यहाँ पर बहुत ज़्यादा examples कराने की जरूरत नहीं है. सिर्फ 1 या 2 example देके we can easily explain this concept, because we are actually explaining it. Okay, so I hope till now I have explained all the 3 topics which are covered in calculus. The first one was इंटीग्रल्स. इंटीग्रल्स में हमें क्लियर है कि हमें क्या नहीं करना, हमें लिमिट सम का क्वेश्चन नहीं करना डेफिनेट इंटीग्रल से, और हमें इनडेफिनेट से लीनियर इनटू रूट क्वाड्रेटिक वाला नहीं करना. बट डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज, लीनियर अपॉन रूट क्वाड्रेटिक वाला करना है. बट whenever we have in the numerator linear into root quadratic, we are exempted for this. And then in AOI, again I have made clear that in AOI we have to do the simple curves, and when it comes to two bounded curves, then one of the curve has to be line, but the curves such as sin x or finding the area of a triangle when vertices are given, or finding the area of equations which are given in mod only, because the mod differential, whenever you are given an equation in terms of modulus, when you just redefine the equation, it becomes a line. Okay, so and line are part of your valid CBSE syllabus. It is not deleted, it is not reduced. Okay, so you have to be careful. In differential equation, although they have deleted the differential equation of the type x by y or the linear differential equation, but we can complete this. And formation is deleted for sure. Okay, so now the calculus portion is okay. I hope no one has any problem. And we have the time constraint as far as webinar is concerned, but you can take my number or my email ID from Jitin. Okay, he'll provide you my personal number also and my email ID also. If anyone wants to have a discussion with me, then he or she can call me. If I'm busy, then I won't be able to reply on the spot, but definitely we can pick up some slot and we can have a discussion. Okay, because actually discussion is something which increase our knowledge, and it is actually a biggest sign of growth. Discussion जो है वो सबसे बड़ा sign of growth होता है. Whenever you discuss something, ठीक है, चाहे आपको कितना आता है, सामने वाले को कितना आता है, it doesn't matter. Okay, because whenever you discuss something, you end up with a good result. This is what the aim of discussion. Okay, now come to the next unit, which is vectors and three-dimensional. Okay, then come to deleted in chapter 7. Yeah, I'm just telling you now that I have written the proper exercise also, the supplementary exercise and exercise 7.7. If you see this document just clarify each and everything, that what needs to be done and what needs to be deleted. Okay, it is very clear. And this document also, Jatin, you can mail this document after the webinar to the.
Yes, sir. We will share this PPT with all our participants.
Whoever needs it, you can just share with them, so that the things becomes convenient for them. Okay.
Sure, sir. Sure.
So you don't worry, you'll get it. Okay. Now comes to vector and three-dimensional geometry. Now, as far as vectors are concerned, the three major parts of vector algebra which we need to cover. The very first portion is the basic, definition of vectors and the position vector when origin is the initial point, or when we take any arbitrary point AB, then how to find the vector, and the different types of vector such as zero vector or unit vector, parallel vectors, collinear vectors. We need to do all these things. And the question based on that, addition, subtraction, okay, magnitude, इसके basic question 2 marker आ सकता है. Okay, and then we have a very important topic which is called scalar product. Okay, जिसको आप dot product भी बोलते हैं. Dot product और scalar product is one of the same thing. So we have to do dot product. That is our second topic in vectors, and the last is cross product. And we'll stop. We are not going to do the scalar triple product. So delete क्या हुआ है vector में से? Scalar triple product, and the question based on coplanarity. जब आपको prove करना होता था, prove that these 4 vectors are coplanar, then we use the concept of scalar triple product. So this is deleted. Such type of question will not be a part of your term 2 examination. So in term 2, we are very clear that as far as vectors are concerned, हमें क्या कराना है? हमें सिर्फ पहले प्राइमरी जो आपकी डेफिनेशंस हैं वेक्टर्स की, उसके मैग्नीट्यूड की, यूनिट वेक्टर क्या होता है, ठीक है, उसके बाद एडिशन सब्ट्रैक्शन ऑफ 2 वेक्टर्स क्या है, इसके बेस देयर कैन बी अ 1-2 मार्कर. एंड देन वी हैव 2 मेजर टॉपिक्स व्हिच आर डॉट प्रोडक्ट एंड इट्स प्रॉपर्टीज एंड क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट एंड इट्स प्रॉपर्टीज. उसमें कुछ भी डिलीटेड नहीं है, वो हमें करना है. एंड वन मोर थिंग, there is one identity which is called Lagrange identity, which is a relationship between dot product and cross product. So there can be a question on Lagrange identity. So they haven't mentioned Lagrange identity clearly here, but please make sure that you have to do Lagrange identity. Obviously prove करने वाले questions आप देखिए, as far as triangle inequality is concerned or parallelogram law is concerned, they are very straightforward using dot product only. So when we explain dot product, we can give them exposure to such type of questions. Okay, but not like Cauchy-Schwarz or something like this. We can just reduce them. Okay, Cauchy-Schwarz वगैरह की जरूरत नहीं है. But basic parallelogram law, triangle inequality, this is something which we can explain because this can be explained with dot product and all. And then in cross product, you know how to explain cross product using determinant, and then a very important question that find a vector which is perpendicular to both A and B you have to do. Okay, इस type के questions आपको करने हैं. Yes, Akash, you have to do such type of questions. Okay, so what I am saying is that in dot product, cross product, you have to complete everything as per CBSE. But again, what I am saying that it depends on a teacher's wisdom. Because we are all experienced enough, हम लोग पढ़ा रहे हैं और हम लोगों को पता होता है कि किस टाइप से हमें क्या चीज करानी है, क्या चीज नहीं करानी है, and we all will agree that term 2 syllabus is more in comparison to the time given to complete this, because you will have your exam starting by end week of March for the minor subject, and in the first week of April you will have your major exam starting, English and all. This is a tentative date. I'm not confirming it, but it is a tentative date. As per my opinion, you will have your main exam in the first week of April, not before that, because the syllabus is too much, and CBSE has to give sufficient time for our students also. Because as a teacher, you cannot think as a teacher always. You have to think as a student also. Because हम तो करा देंगे syllabus. It is not very difficult for us to complete the syllabus. I hope all the teachers are getting my point, because we can complete the syllabus. But just think from a student point of view, that is it possible for a student of class 12 who is studying vectors and 3D for the first time, especially I'm talking about commerce and humanities students, can they retain everything? Just think from a student point of view. Can they retain everything? We just rush through with the syllabus, we are going to do the line in space, planes, vectors, cross product, dot product, integrals, everything. Because we are used to do all these things every year. So it doesn't reflect on us. The pressure, the stress doesn't reflect on us. And I'm not talking about the stream students or the very, very such type of student who score 100% marks or 99. I'm talking about the majority of students who lies in the average section of 70 to 80%. And just think for such students who are from government schools, so they won't have all the resources. The online education is going on. So I hope we should respect student feeling also, because I used to interact with so many students on almost every day. So I come across with such type of problem, and I myself just assume myself as a student only, because मुझे भी पढ़ने का शौक है. मैं भी रोज 2 घंटे अभी भी पढ़ता हूँ. Daily I used to spend 2 hours on my personal self study, whether it is writing books, writing something new for my books, or whether conducting a webinar, or whether just finding something new. So these are the things which makes you more more, what can I say? It will give you more satisfaction actually. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. Just think from a student point of view also, that whenever you are giving a task or whenever you are explaining something, then you should be student centric. It should not be teacher centric. It has to be student centric. Okay. तो थोड़ा सा हमें उनका भी ध्यान रखना है. So obviously CBSE will also take care of this thing. Whatever I am saying, I hope the CBSE is also CBSE must be doing the things in the right direction, and they'll give a sufficient time, actually the minimum time, to cover the syllabus from a student point of view, not from a teacher's point of view, but from a student point of view. So therefore, in my opinion, not before first week of April, the main papers will get started for class 12. Okay, so this is all about vector. I hope it is clear to everyone that we have to leave the scalar triple product and the questions related to scalar triple product, such as coplanarity and etc. And we have to cover the basic first wala part, in which addition, subtraction, magnitude, and types of vector, unit vector, parallel vector, collinear vector, and then dot product and cross product. Okay.
Now, subscribe to Bright Duty course at ₹1 per day only. Download Bright Duty app from Play Store and get the online courses prepared by competent and experienced teachers for different education boards of classes 6 to 10. Bright Duty courses are available for the subjects of Math, Science, Social Science, English and Hindi in English and Hindi medium. Bright Duty follows three-step approach, that is learning, assessment and exam preparation. In learning, topic-wise video lectures with explanation of concepts and discussion of textbook examples and questions are available with the solutions. In assessment, topic-wise online MCQ test, practice assignments and chapter-wise question bank are available with the solutions. In exam preparation, previous year's question papers, sample papers and model test papers are available with the solutions. Sign up today on Bright Tutor and avail your courses at affordable prices.
Now come to the three-dimensional geometry, which is very important. This is also one of the chapters. I used to receive so many calls on AOI and 3D. These are the two chapters जिसमें मुझे सबसे ज्यादा टीचर्स डिस्कस करते हैं कि सर क्या करें और क्या ना करें, मतलब क्या कराना है, क्या लाइंस के बीच में एंगल कराना है, नहीं कराना, मतलब देयर आर सो मेनी क्वेश्चन. So we are going to give you answer in this webinar. So in three-dimensional geometry, we have to start again. This three-dimensional geometry is also divided into three parts. The very first part deals with direction ratios and direction cosine of a line, joining 2 points, or if a line is given, then how to find the direction cosine and all such type of questions, which based on the property L square plus M square plus N square equal to 1. I hope we have all done this property in direction cosine, that if L and N are the direction cosine of a line, then L square plus M square plus N square equal to 1, and this is one property on which you may have 2 markers. Okay, so इस property को आपको ध्यान रखना है. And if direction ratios are given, how to find direction cosine, or a simple question that find the direction cosine of a line which is inclined at equal angle with all the coordinate axes. This is one question which is my favorite, and this can be a part of your CBSE exam. Okay, that finds the direction cosine of a line which makes equal angle with three coordinate axes. It's a very simple question, but it is a good question. Okay, or you can ask me find the sum of direction cosine of plus minus 1 by root 3. Okay, it is plus minus 1 by root 3 because if L and N are the direction cosine, so as minus L, minus N, minus N. Okay, so in your answer, you should write it is plus minus 1 by root 3, comma plus minus 1 by root 3, comma plus minus 1 by root 3. Okay, and then this is our first portion. The second portion is line in space, in which we have the lines, okay, in which we have equation of a line in Cartesian form passing through a point having direction ratios A, B, C. All of you know it is x minus x1 upon A, y minus y1 upon B, z minus z1 upon C. And then we have to do the corresponding vector form, which is A plus lambda V. R vector is equal to A plus lambda V, where A is the position vector and V is the vector of the direction cosine. So I hope this is clear. And then we have intersecting lines. Intersecting line is a part of your valid syllabus and the shortest distance. Okay, these are the topics which we need to cover in lines. And then when we come to plane, we have to do the Cartesian and vector equation of the plane, and they have written only distance from a point from a plane. But it doesn't mean that we have to leave the question such as find the equation of a plane passing through one point perpendicular to two planes, find the equation of a line which is passing through one point parallel to two planes, and all these. We have to cover this. So हमें छोड़ना क्या है? We have to leave angle part in 3D. Now, when it comes to angle, it includes angle between two lines, it includes angle between two planes, it includes angle between a line and a plane. यानी angle से related आपको तीनों concepts related syllabus में इस बार लेने हैं. First is angle between two lines, second is angle between two planes, and third is angle between a line and a plane. तो ये तीनों चीजें आपको इस बार डिलीट करनी है अपने रेगुलर 3D सिलेबस से, ये नहीं करानी. बट इसके अलावा कोप्लेनर लाइंस, ये सब आपको कराना है कि कोप्लेनर लाइंस क्या होती हैं, फाइंड द इक्वेशन ऑफ अ प्लेन पासिंग थ्रू 3 पॉइंट्स और पासिंग थ्रू 1 पॉइंट हैविंग डायरेक्शन रेशियोज नॉर्मल टू द प्लेन गिवन बाय अ वेक्टर, जो भी है, मतलब उस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस आपको करने हैं. तो आई होप इन 3D ऑल्सो, आई होप नाउ इट इज क्लियर टू ईच एंड एवरी टीचर दैट कि क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना. जो आपको नहीं करना वो सिर्फ एंगल वाला पोर्शन है. एंगल मीन्स एंगल बिटवीन टू लाइंस, एंगल बिटवीन टू प्लेन्स एंड एंगल बिटवीन अ लाइन एंड प्लेन. So all the question based on above 3 topics can be a part of reduced syllabus. Okay. Other than this, you have to do. अब उन्होंने तो सिर्फ इतना लिख दिया कार्टेशियन वेक्टर इक्वेशन ऑफ अ प्लेन, डिस्टेंस ऑफ अ प्लेन फ्रॉम अ पॉइंट, but it doesn't mean कि क्वेश्चन वहां से नहीं आएगा, because in 3D I am again saying you have 1 3 marker, 1 2 marker and 1 4 marker. आप 3D में देखिए. And most importantly in 3D there can be a case study based question also. as far as my intuition says that case study based question will come from probability. It is almost certain. But obviously, since we can give a question from 3D or AOI, okay, so 3D, AOI, and probability are the three candidates for case study based question. Case study based question जहाँ पे आ सकता है most importantly तो probability है obviously, ठीक है, because हम easily question frame कर सकते हैं और ये भी देखना पड़ेगा कि case study based question जो frame हो रहा है उसके दोनों पार्ट डायरेक्ट आंसरेबल नहीं होने चाहिए. डायरेक्ट आंसरेबल मीन इट शुड इन्वॉल्व सम कैलकुलेशन विच जस्टिफाई दैट ईच पार्ट इज ऑफ 2 marks. Okay, so it is easy to justify in probability. Yeah, obviously Bayes theorem is the most common question as far as case study is concerned. तो केस स्टडी बेस्ड क्वेश्चन में आपको ध्यान रखना है तीन टॉपिक्स जो है वो प्रायोरिटी में है. पहला प्रोबेबिलिटी, दूसरा एओआई, तीसरा थ्री डायमेंशनल ज्योमेट्री. इस ऑर्डर में आपको ध्यान रखना है. मतलब आप ऑब्वियसली आप अपने स्टूडेंट्स को तो इनफ प्रैक्टिस दोगे ही. आई एम जस्ट सेइंग दैट इफ यू थिंक ऑफ अ केस स्टडी बेस्ड क्वेश्चन एज अ टीचर ऑल्सो, अगर आप एज अ टीचर भी पेपर बनाते हैं, हम सब वी ऑल यूज टू frame our papers for keywords and all, then we generally used to give questions from Bayes theorem as a case study based question. मोस्टली आप जितने भी पेपर्स देखोगे तो 90% में प्रोबेबिलिटी का क्वेश्चन होगा. बट देयर कैन बी अ क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम एओआई ऑल्सो बिकॉज एओआई is also a good topic. Okay, AOI is also a good topic in which we can frame two case study based questions of 2 marks. Okay, so this 3-dimensional geometry is covered, and then we have last topic, that is probability. So in probability we start our discussion with conditional probability, all the problems related to conditional probability, whether they are direct problem or they are word problem. दोनों की दोनों हमें conditional probability में cover करनी है. Then multiplication theorem and independent events. Independent events is one topic which is very important. Okay, you cannot ignore this. Independent events is an important topic in which we can have a 2 marker. Okay, and then we have total probability and Bayes theorem. Total probability and Bayes theorem. I don't think so that the population growth problem will be a part of case study as far as term 2 examination is concerned. In differential equation, we just avoid giving case study based problem because sometimes it inclines towards the science student. I hope you will agree. Although our commerce students also do, because then we have heat cooling problem also, and there are some other applications also. But as far as differential equation, we just avoid. Okay. And then we have probability. I have explained in probability. Bayes theorem तक ठीक है. उसके बाद then we have random variable and its probability distribution. That means what are the deleted parts? Firstly, mean and variance of a probability distribution. वो delete है, वो आपको नहीं करना. Mean and variance of a probability distribution आपको नहीं कराना. And along with Bernoulli and binomial distribution. Okay, Bernoulli and binomial distribution is also deleted. And mean and variance based question, they are also deleted. So probability में हमें portion क्या कराना है? Conditional probability, independent events along with multiplication theorem, then total probability theorem and Bayes theorem, ये दोनों इकट्ठे ही हैं. And then in random variable, we just have to define the probability distribution. So in a 2 mark, one can ask, write the probability distribution for this particular random variable. अब वो random variable कुछ भी हो सकता है, tossing of a coin से दे सकते हैं या picking a card from 52 cards, कुछ भी, मतलब any experiment we can give, but 1-2 marker can be there on probability distribution. Okay, because अगर paper balance करना है तो आपको अगर बेस थ्योरम से आपने केस स्टडी दे दी है तो ऑब्वियसली रैंडम वेरिएबल एंड कंडीशनल प्रोबेबिलिटी से 2 मार्कर एक्सपेक्टेड है. सो आई होप आई हैव ट्राइड टू सम अप एवरीथिंग in a manner so that mostly will be able to understand what is the portion we need to cover and what is the portion which is covered under the reduced syllabus. Okay, so now mostly are on 3-dimensional geometry probability. I hope सबको समझ आया होगा. So this is our first part of webinar in which we have explained in detail the reduced syllabus given by CBSE. Okay.
Now subscribe to Bright Duty course at ₹1 per day only. Download Bright Duty app from Play Store and get the online courses prepared by competent and experienced teachers for different education boards of classes 6 to 10. Bright Duty courses are available for the subjects of Math, Science, Social Science, English and Hindi in English and Hindi medium. Bright Duty follows three-step approach, that is learning, assessment and exam preparation. In learning, topic-wise video lectures with explanation of concepts and discussion of textbook examples and questions are available with the solutions. In assessment, topic-wise online MCQ test, practice assignments and chapter-wise question bank are available with the solutions. In exam preparation, previous year's question papers, sample papers and model test papers are available with the solutions. Sign up today on Bright Tutor and avail your courses at affordable prices.
Now we just covered to the question paper design, which you all have the CBSE question paper, so there is nothing new to tell, but still we can discuss the question wise. So I hope you all know that it's a 40-mark paper. The duration is 2 hours for the paper, and the blueprint says that there are 6 questions of 2 marks. Okay, there are 6 questions of 2 marks with 1 choice, and then we have 4 questions of 3 marks with 2 choices, and then 4 questions of 4 marks with 1 choice and 1 case study based question which contains 2 parts of 2 marks each. This is the blueprint. I hope you all know this. Okay, and we have tried to sum up that in which unit we have how many questions, but it is immaterial because when we say that 18 marks calculus carry, it doesn't mean that we have to give question from each and everything. Yeah, Jitin, thank you. So this is unit wise. We have just separated the blueprint of the CBSE question paper. That total 14 questions are there of 40 marks. The duration is 2 hours and which contains 6 questions of 2 marks, which will be in total 12 marks, and then 4 questions of 3 marks, that is 12 marks in total, and then we have 4 questions of 4 marks, 16 marks in total, where one is case study based question. So this is what CBSE has done. If you see this, this on your screen, this distribution is done by CBSE, that they have given case study based question from chapter 13, that is probability, which is expected also. But if they change, then they can change, because if you see section C, I'm talking about section C. So they may give a base theorem as a 4 marker and a case study based question from AOI, or they can give from chapter 11 case study based question and chapter 13 say base theorem as a routine 4 marker. So these changes can be there. Okay, and as a teacher I hope ये हमने अपने बच्चों को explain भी कर दिया होगा कि these are the changes which can be a part of your term 2 paper, but mostly यही possible changes है. From chapter 7 case study is not expected. chapter 7 से case study expected नहीं है, क्योंकि वो तो जबरदस्ती देने वाली बात हो जाएगी कि आपको देना ही है तो आप दे देंगे. But case study based question जो है आप chapter 7 से जो है वो expect नहीं करते हैं. But yeah, from chapter 8 that is AOI, from chapter 11 that is 3-dimensional, वहां से है expectation, but in a second and third priority. First priority is probability. And then we have section B, one question from integral. It can be from indefinite integral, maybe partial fraction, because 3 marker है. So 3 marker में it can be a partial fraction, or it can be a question based on twin pair such as root tan x plus root cot x type of question. No, I'm not going to be question specific because it doesn't make sense. But I hope we all know that what type of indefinite integral based question can be asked in 3 marker. So accordingly we can give enough practice to our student. And again, one question from differential equation in 3 marks. It can be a linear or homogeneous for sure. Okay. And then one question from chapter 10, that is vectors. It can be for cross product or dot product. It depends that, on CBSE exam pattern. And one question from chapter 11. In chapter 11, we are expecting one question from shortest distance, one question from line in 3 marks, one question from plane in 4 marks, and one question from direction, cosine, and all these starting wala portion in 2 marks. This is what we are expecting. Okay. And so I hope you all know this, that, this is all about your blueprint, and you can take this from Jitin after the webinar. So it just help you in just analyzing that कि कहाँ से कितना क्वेश्चन आ रहा है. ऑब्वियसली कैलकुलस के अंदर ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको क्वेश्चन वही आएगा, वो इनडेफिनेट की जगह डेफिनेट भी 2 मार्कर में पूछ सकता है. तो यू कैन नॉट चैलेंज. ठीक है, But obviously when we are going to make a balanced paper, so we have to take care of these small things that, paper balance hona chahiye, to usme sab kuch cover hona chahiye. We try to cover, but we have our restrictions. So I hope this blueprint is clear to everyone, and this is chapter wise distribution. And now I am coming to the part. I have written one more book called Term 2 Exclusive Preparation by Goyal Brothers. Goyal Brothers are the publisher. And so what we have done in our book, we make it very simple, and we are to the point. We are very precise. Our book is of only 100 pages, and we just I'll just give you the glimpse of the book so that you will be able to understand the book mein kya hai, kya nahi hai. When we have done when I'm writing this book, so I have just kept in my mind that just think as a student. कि student की क्या requirement है, what a student needs from a book at this time. At this time, he or she can't study the thick textbook, the textbook such as R.D. Sharma and all this. वो पढ़ने का time नहीं है अब. Now we have to be very precise. So what we have done, that I'll just give you the just introduction about chapter 7. Okay, so what we have given in the starting. In the starting, we have given all the definitions, all the formulas, all the tricks which are involved in solving the question. Okay, this is something which we have given in the starting. And then after this, we have given the complete question bank. We have given the complete question bank. This is suppose this is chapter 7 which I have written in my book. So what we have done, we have just starting with the basic definition, that what do you mean by integral, how we calculate integral. So in this, and then we have given all the main formulas which are important for a student. Okay, student को अब यहाँ पे मोटी किताबें पढ़ने का time ही नहीं है, so he has to be precise, and as teacher we are also doing the same thing. हम भी बहुत ही precise भी करा रहे हैं, इस टाइम पे बहुत ज़्यादा time है भी नहीं हमारे पास. So you have all the formulas, all the main formulas which a student should know. These are the standard formulas which a student should know. Okay. Then we have all the other substitution techniques, that what are need to be substituted, and how you apply chain rule, because we have to be very careful when we are applying the chain rule. In integration, it is valid only for the linear quantities. हर जगह आप chain rule नहीं लगा सकते integration में. So we have to be very careful. So I have given everything regarding chain rule also, so that our students should not commit any mistake. Then again the standard formula by parts को कैसे करते हैं, what is isolate, everything is given in brief. It is very precise, because in term 2 you have to be precise as a student also, as a teacher also. Then again these special integrals which are very very important. Then how to solve such type of integrals. Okay, where we use the formula such as sin x as 2 tan x by 2 upon 1 plus tan square x by 2, or cos x as 1 minus tan square x by 2 or 1 plus tan x by 2, और क्या आपको put करना है वो भी दिया है. मतलब everything you will have in brief. Okay, then integral of the type ex fx plus f dash x and all these things. Then ex f dash x, इनको कैसे deal करना है. Then when it comes to partial fraction, I have given all the things. The partial fraction में if the linear factors are there in denominator, then how to assume the partial fraction. If a repeated factor is there, तब क्या करना है. If three distinct linear factors, तब क्या करना है. So everything is given. And then completing the square method से कैसे solve करना होता है dx upon quadratic को, और linear upon quadratic को कैसे solve करना है. Everything is given in brief. तो जो भी कुछ हमने पढ़ाया है, जो भी जिस तरीके से मैंने अपने स्टूडेंट्स को पढ़ाया है, आई एम इन मॉडर्न स्कूल, तो जैसे मैंने पढ़ाया है, the same I have tried to return it in my book, so that a student can understand, because I have taken suggestions regularly from my students, what they want actually. So I have tried to write down something which is beneficial for our students. Okay, so if all these formulas comes at one place for a student, it will be easier for him, okay, to study for your term 2 examination. And then ex fx, then properties. I have explained all the properties of definite integral, कि किस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस आपको properties से आ सकते हैं. Everything is there.
Now subscribe to Bright Duty course at ₹1 per day only. Download Bright Duty app from Play Store and get the online courses prepared by competent and experienced teachers for different education boards of classes 6 to 10. Bright Duty courses are available for the subjects of Math, Science, Social Science, English and Hindi in English and Hindi medium. Bright Duty follows three-step approach, that is learning, assessment and exam preparation. In learning, topic-wise video lectures with explanation of concepts and discussion of textbook examples and questions are available with the solutions. In assessment, topic-wise online MCQ test, practice assignments and chapter-wise question bank are available with the solutions. In exam preparation, previous year's question papers, sample papers and model test papers are available with the solutions. Sign up today on Bright Tutor and avail your courses at affordable prices.
We have 2 markers. So in 2 markers, I have just given that what type of questions can be there in 2 markers. So my each section, this is a mix. Okay, so 2 marker में आपको इस टाइप का इंटीग्रल से या आपको डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन में दिया जा सकता है. हाँ, आगे चलो तो हाँ, 6 इस तरीके का वेक्टर से आपको इस तरीके का दिया जा सकता है कि फाइंड अ वेक्टर विच इज परपेंडिकुलर टू बोथ. 3D के अंदर L square plus M square equal to 1 की प्रॉपर्टी से you can have such type of question or the question which I have discussed. So what we have done, we have given 25, 32 markers and then 23 markers and 10, 12, 4 markers. So it's a mixture which I have done, and I have tried to make everything in balance. So you have questions of all sorts, and I have tried to include NCERT exemplar with original questions, because in integration you required some original questions. Original question means जो आपने कभी देखे ही नहीं हो, ठीक है, जो आपने क्वेश्चंस कभी देखे ही नहीं हो इंटीग्रल में, ऐसे क्वेश्चंस की प्रैक्टिस भी हमें अपने स्टूडेंट्स को देनी चाहिए, so that if a new question, if a original question comes in integration in board exam, so our students can handle them. ठीक है, तो उन न्यू क्वेश्चंस को भी हमारे स्टूडेंट्स जो है वो हैंडल कर सके. So we have to give such preparation to our students. So this book contains question bank, and the most important thing, all the tricks, all the main definitions, all the concepts, all the formulas, everything you will have in one book. And I have written it only for 100 pages, 6 chapters for 100 pages. And this is complete one. And you have case study based question also. We have included case study based question from AOI, from vectors also, and from 3D also, from probability also. We have given exposure for everything. But as far as the CBSE board is concerned, I have given you the priority कि कहाँ से expected है. But when we write book, then we have to cover everything. So we have given sufficient case study based question also. Everything we have given. आगे जितने आगे आप कर सकते हो. You can have case study based question on 3D also, and we have included the CBSE question also. We have written in bracket that it is a CBSE based question on 3D. So such type of question can also be there, but mostly expected probability. So this is all what I need to say in this webinar. आपको लगा होगा मैंने बिल्कुल precise बोला है. And I have just given you the reduced syllabus knowledge, the reduced syllabus information, then the CBSE blueprint for 2021-22 term 2 exam, and I have just given you the glimpse of my book. And also one more thing, that in our book we have 5 model test papers also, according to the strict CBSE term 2 pattern. We have given this also. So आप वो 5 पेपर भी देख सकते हो. Within you can send some papers to the teachers if they required, because I have just seen the messages. So you can just give them some papers online if it is possible, or you can just provide the specimen copy of our book. It will be helpful for them. Okay, so you can contact Jitin for the specimen copies of the book. I have written so many books. This is not the first book. I have written so many books. This is one of the books. So I think I have tried my best to convey the things which I want to, and मुझे लगता है कि थोड़ा बहुत तो समझ में आया होगा. But still, if there is any doubt or any problem, so you can take my number and my email ID from Jitin. He is the person behind all these webinars. He is also working day and night for these webinars, working very hard. Jitin, congrats to you also. And I hope that in future also we again meet for some more webinars or some more informative session. And that's it from my side. Thank you. Thank you.
Mail us at the mail ID. I have shared my mail ID.
You can share my mail ID also if someone wants to have a discussion with me. Then
Sir,
he or
please,
she
you
can.
can share
Okay.
your mail ID.
So yeah, my mail ID. I'm just writing in the chat box.
I am also sharing a link, sir, where
I
our
hope I
e-copy
have
is
written.
available.
Huh. I have shared my email ID in my in the chat box, so you can just message me, and then we can have a discussion. So
Thank
Jitin, can I leave now?
Yes, thank you, sir. With this, we'd like to thank you.
Now, subscribe to Bright Duty course at rupees 1 per day only. Download Bright Duty app from Play Store and get the online courses prepared by competent and experienced teachers for different education boards of classes 6 to 10. Bright Duty courses are available for the subjects of Math, Science, Social Science, English and Hindi in English and Hindi medium. Bright Duty follows three-step approach, that is learning, assessment and exam preparation. In learning, topic-wise video lectures with explanation of concepts and discussion of textbook examples and questions are available with the solutions. In assessment, topic-wise online MCQ test, practice assignments and chapter-wise question bank are available with the solutions. In exam preparation, previous year's question papers, sample papers, and model test papers are available with the solutions. Sign up today on Bright Tuesday and avail your courses at affordable prices.